So there's one key, very critical thing that people tend to not kind of understand with this whole new, not whole new, it's been there for some years now, but AI revolution basically in businesses marketing. And it's very important to understand this. I actually work with a couple of clients that are looking into AI. Of course, everyone that's serious in business are looking into AI to enhance it and optimize it because it is incredibly valuable. It is something that either you leverage it in your business or your competitors will, and you will be left behind. It is really that big of a competitive advantage. Now, here's the thing that people tend to, well, let me pre-frame that a little bit. There's different ways that you can leverage AI in your business, right? You can automate tasks, you can do research, you can use it for inspiration, you can use it to draft out emails or different types of communication people. Basically everything that's knowledge based, you can use it for that, right? In that instance, it's very important that you understand that there needs to be a human in the loop, right? You can't just have AI spit out some bullshit and then post it online. It really isn't optimal, right? You want a human in the loop, someone that basically approves of the work output that the AI does, right? If we're talking about communication, content, stuff like that, right? Very, very important. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying if you want to do it the optimal way, you want to have a human in the loop. Very important key point. Second, it's very good for automations and tasks like that. You should leverage it as much as possible to systemize your business, streamline your workflows, and have different types of AI structures process things for you, push them through a workflow. Automations, key important. Almost nothing bad to say there. Although you do want to identify like trigger moments where somebody has to pull the trigger on like the final stage of when something either runs or a communication is dispatched or things like that. You still want to have AI in the loop there. But here's the key thing that a lot of people are missing. This is the key piece of insight in this video, and that is that, so what I'm basically trying to say is that don't make this mistake when you are leveraging AI in your business, right? Little hook there. And it basically is that if you use AI to push content or make generated, like AI generated content to push it out there, like if you have a product that's just like an exchange, a tangible product like in an e-commerce, whatever, you can use it for ad creatives, push it out there, no problem, right? It's very easy because people basically know what it is they get. Now, if you run a service-based business, it might not be the best because credibility, proof of concept, who you are is more important. And so what it pushes out for you in that regard might not be optimal. Second thing here, basically, you can use AI to produce content or push different types of communication out there that hits either SEO, is SEO optimized, hits a trend, your core marketing, you can push it out there to gain awareness, right? No problem, this can be done. But the problem is, if you want to sell things to people, if you want to convert them, right? That is middle of funnel content, right? Top of funnel content is for awareness, hooking people in, getting attention, right? Directing them towards something. You can do that with AI produced content, no problem. But middle of funnel is about the time people spend together with you, so you establish yourself as a credible authority in your space, right? If you're a company, it might be your brand representative. Whatever it is, middle of funnel is about establishing a connection, spending time together, so people ultimately convert. It's about establishing know, like, and trust factor. No AI is ever going to give you fucking that. End of story. There you need to have a human, right? Middle of funnel needs to have a human. And what middle of funnel really means is, because we are now in the age of the personal brand. We always been in the age of the personal brand because what you are selling ultimately is not your product or your service or whatever. You are selling yourself, your credibility, your expertise, the things that you push to people or how you serve them. Your brand is you, right? And so you are in the business of being you in a way that it solves a problem or serves other people, and market that, right? And that is middle of funnel, before bottom of funnel, where people convert. So important to understand it. AI will never solve this for you. It won't happen. So if you over focus on top of funnel content, automations, AI pushing AI generated content out there, you might gain awareness, you might even build an audience, you might drive people to a page, but without that very important middle of funnel type of content where some person shows themselves and what they can do and what they have to offer, and shows their credibility and their expertise and why someone should trust them and proof of concept, you're not gonna fucking convert. Only exception to this, if you have like a tangible product where you can give a very clear demonstration of proof and say, do you want this thing? And then they say yes, and money exchanges hand. But anything else that's based on knowledge, service, expertise, you're gonna have to need a person in the loop. Brand representative, you yourself as the representative of your company, your business, your brand, your agency, your service, and you're going to need to have to put time out there in the marketplace so you establish that credibility with people. And then you might want to say, then maybe you say, well, I never done content out there, right? I just run ads and then I run sales call. Yes, because you are running a sales driven business, right? And the time you spend together with people is on the sales call, right? And preferably you would do this in a diagnostics, collaborative, consultative way to build that rapport on the sales call, right? But if you're running a marketing driven business, right, you have to put you and your personal brand out there to establish that credibility, to get people convert. It's one to many. You are leveraging media. So do not make this mistake. Leverage AI for what it is, for what it can do for you. And that is top of funnel, and it is automations, and it's processing of information, and it's knowledge, inspiration, first drafts, it's communication, all that good stuff. There's a bunch of things you can leverage AI for, just not middle of funnel content that ultimately is going to determine whether or not people convert.